Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So you might be thinking, how are you facing Dauntless Squad? It's because we're on my viewers account from the VN server. They're one squad like basically behind in the rotation right now. And we're here to try out Kordan in the Dauntless Squad. Now the interesting thing is my viewer has already done a couple of attacks with Kordan, and he told me that Kordan on average is around, I think, 500 to 600 billion damage higher compared to the Kruger Team version. You're gonna see over here. I want to look at his top score, which I believe is his 32 trillion damage. And you can look at the breakdown of the damage output on team number 2. This is really the only fair way of actually deciding which team 2 is better. So if you look at it here, Nazric deals over 6 trillion damage himself, like close to 6.2 trillion. And the Kordan himself doesn't do that much, but he's basically enabling the Nazric to hit even harder. And if we had to add all of this up, this is about maybe 0.3 trillion, let's say, I would say 6.5 trillion maybe from this, and then artifact damage as well. Now, if we compare it to the previous Kruger Nazric team, and if we look at the damage breakdown, there is a sizable difference. If you look at this here, this is like 5.6 trillion from the Nazric, 3.3 trillion here, and then let's even round it all the way up to 6 trillion. There is around a 500 billion damage score difference between Kordan versus Nazric on Team 2 for Dauntless Squad. However, for Team 1, my viewer wasn't able to figure out anything that is working well. So basically, it's just going to be around about Team 2. Currently is the best found Nazric team. So this is the team, and I think it was first shared by Pelini Boy from VN server. I think that's his name. So we have Lone Gaze buffing Nazric in front of Coco, Kordan in the back left with Impaling Swell. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay of this team too and see exactly the positioning, because the positioning is very important for Kordan. There you go. You want him to be buffing up both of your melee heroes, which in this case are going to be the Nazric and the Lone Gaze. And this is basically perfect. This is the perfect positioning you could ask for. They are both, I believe, within his range, because the hunting circle is like right here and then one tile either side. Yeah, so this is really perfect. But the range is low of his hunting circle. This is kind of going to be the limitation about him. Oh, beautiful. Then he's going to cast it again, and still he's going to get the Nazric in here. But the Lone Gaze, I think he... I don't know if the Lone Gaze is actually in it from this point. I don't think he is. So you ideally want to have both, but most importantly you want to have Nazric, because Nazric is your major damage source. So now my viewer is giving me permission to do some testing with the team. We're going to do team number 2 testing. So we're going to stick to the same team number 1 that he ran, and he got his 12 score, 32 trillion. I hope he has the same charms already on the heroes. Yeah, I think he should be having the same charms on the heroes. So team number 2. So this is the team that he was running. Now I want to try it with Kruger rather than Coco. Now I do think most likely Coco is going to be... Coco is good because of her charm quality bonus, right? It increases the damage dealt by that target in front by increasing their attack. And melee damage, I think it applies when the hero jumps into melee range, so I think it still is applying. So probably that is just more important than having Kruger in the team. And also the awkward thing is the hunting circle is so small, it's not really able for Kruger to fit, really. But we're going to go ahead and try this, and I guess we'll do a skip run, and we'll watch a replay of team number 2, because we want to see the team number 2 positioning. Okay, that didn't do as well as Coco. Could be Team 1 RNG as well. But no, when you add up the score here, I mean, Nazric does substantially lower damage, even though Lone Gaze hits harder. And even Kordan hits slightly harder. I just don't think it's worth it. Like, I mean, we start out with a pretty good positioning. I think everyone's being buffed up by the hunting circle of Kordan, which is what you want to happen. Oh no, Kruger's actually not being buffed up. It's just going to be Lone Gaze and Nazric. Now let's see the boss's chain, like basically pull attack, and see the new positioning that we have. Most importantly, you need to have Nazric in the hunting circle. That's really important. Yeah, and then oh no, wait. I mean, it still seems pretty good. Nazric is in the hunting circle. Oh, but there could be survival issues. This is the other thing. If you're not running Coco in the team, that you're lacking the life drain buff, you're lacking the shielding, there's potential for death. And yeah, look, Lone Gaze died. Yeah, this can't be good. So it has to be with Coco. I think it has to be with Coco. So is there any other position we can try? Probably not, honestly speaking, because basically the Kordan ends up in a really good position, and like both, because like if we just go ahead and take a look at the replay where my viewer did get his top score, 32 trillion, you see that is basically optimal, because the first hunting circle is gonna buff Nazric. The buff isn't really reaching the lone gaze, but I don't think it'll be possible to do that because lone gaze is pushed off to the right. And then the important thing is you always have Nazric in the hunting circle, which he is. Right? And then after he gets pulled by the boss, he's still going to remain within the hunting circle. Like, that's the essential thing. You need to have Nazric permanently in the hunting circle. That's perfect. And you don't really care about the lone gaze, because lone gaze's damage is pretty low. So I think this is it. I don't think there's much any optimization we can do. Maybe other testers on global server will be able to do that. But all we can say for right now is that there is a 5 to 600 billion damage score increase for Dauntless Squad Ravaged ROM by using Kordan on Team 2 rather than Kruger. Now the question is, how high do you need to upgrade Kordan in order to get this effect? Potentially even one copy could work. He's using the blast charms on the Kordan, which definitely makes sense. That increases his buff value. You definitely want to go for ultimate power on Kordan. And probably also attack, because he does a bit of damage on his own. But basically, can he work at one copy Kordan? As long as Kordan is able to survive, I think he's going to work at one copy. Because he still provides all of these buffs, right? Just with his ultimate. This is the advantage of Kordan. As a buffer utility, he can work even at low copies. You don't even need to build him up. Like, having this enhancement doesn't really do anything, and his damage is so low anyway. So probably one copy or low copy Kordan is going to work for this Ravaged ROM, which is crazy, because if low copy Nazric works, low copy Kordan will almost definitely work. And you definitely want to have ultimate power for his charms, because that increases his buffing value. But apart from that, is Blast best? Yeah, I mean, that's better than Health. Unless he was dying for something like at one copy or something. But yeah, Kordan looking good. He's looking good. Even at low copies, should get the job done for an improvement to your score for Dauntless Squad. For Team 2, you just have Nazric, Kordan, who both potentially can work at one copy. And both are heroes released this season. And then Coco as well. Yeah, this is just not a really important charm bonus effect. Unaffected is good for PvP though. But obviously, this is the end of the season, and we're not going to be able to use it much in PvP right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is hopefully a good rundown of the performance of Kordan. Looking good, but probably going to get the job done at one copy or low copies. So, like, even if he's in Ravaged ROM, you'll try to use him at low copies and wait until we have more pre-endless testing for the new season, because we have a long banner for Kordan. In the VN server, they're going to enter pre-endless, like in just 7 days from right now, they're going to enter the new season, and then we can see Kordan's value, right? So, yeah, that's really good news. Probably low copy is going to work. Good news for everyone. Up to 600 billion score damage increase, which is great. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this one. And as for Dream Realm, there's nothing. So far, no Dream Realm usage. Like we were predicting for really endless bosses, Kordan can't really work with ranged heroes. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. That's going to be it for this video. If you have any other opinions about Kordan, let me know in the comment section down below. But thank you guys all so much for watching. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment. And you can actually bookmark this link in your browser. And whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.